Hi, this is Tub Time Tarot. I'm doing stuff and learning things and trying things and taking a bath. Water is, of course, a huge conductor and a life source, and it's what we're made of. We don't really treat it right, but I'm trying to treat it right while we think about treating ourselves right before we try to treat anyone else right, and try to not treat anyone wrong. What does that mean? What does that mean? Sorry, that was a little aggressive. What does that mean, though? To not treat someone wrong, to treat someone right. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. When I drop one of these, that's our oracle card. So that's how I'm doing stuff. I've had thoughts about that, and I don't mean to ever disrespect a sacred symbol, so that's what I'm doing this time. Is when one of these specific musical oracles cards falls in the tub, that is our card. That's the card. I want to treat sacred things. Oh no! I want to treat sacred things well. That was way too many cards. So. You can't make everyone happy. You can't make anyone happy. You can choose happiness for yourself. Okay, I'm just gonna take these two. I'll dry the other ones out. I will show respect, but it was way too much. Kendrick Lamar and Edith Piaf. Edith Piaf. I don't know her. Hey. I'll try these all out. I apologize. That was too many. It was a really good lesson. Now I need to sit here and do a lot extra to show respect, as I consider what that means in a broader sense. I apologize. I apologize. I really love that show. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm done. Alright. They made Edith look like she's got a little bit of double horns going on here. Can't quite see. Maybe. There. No regret, rien. Live with every fiber of your being. Weaponize your flaws. I'm so into that. I love that. I want to continue to explore what that might mean. Today, specifically, I was thinking, or, a thought came to my brain computer as a lovely message, but what I thought people call us are super awesome. And they tell us so much information. Sometimes they tell us things we can improve about ourselves. If we want to take that lesson, those are so painful, but they're true. Like, I could list a long list of things, and so could you, about myself that someone could say in hopefully a hilarious way, but in a really biting way that would be an amazing burn. Like, there's so many burns against me, so even just a funny burn. I don't know. My little people are really good at burning me. It's one of our love languages is burning each other with humor. And they get really good at it because, you know, if you really think about what someone said, if they really understand you and they can burn you, then that's all good, and it's like all love in a way, I guess. I don't usually like that expression, but it is. Burns are like kind of all love in a way, and actually in the way that hate is just a contorted version of love. So anyway, I wonder what this means for Edith. I'll read what it says. Not just my rant, and then Kendrick Lamar. Hard to light it when it's all wet. I apologize. Become the cure and not the symptom. Don't demand respect, command it. You can be broke without being broken. Gorgeous. All of them have amazing eyes. The artist for this was just, wow. They're so good. I really appreciate it. His eyes are amazing. Always had them fire. Me too. Yeah, become the cure, not this is a symptom. Like, I'm definitely a hothead, and I also spit venom out of my mouth as words in interpersonal conflicts. So that's all of us, right? I was just reading today, like, kind of all we can do is work on it, although I wish, you know, that I could be precise with my speech. I forget the way that it's said in the Four Agreements, but it's a great book, and, you know, like a proper sort of Zen path too of right speech, right thought, right action. I'm forgetting the noble truths, but trying to not forget the noble truths is like what I think that this card kind of means. Become the cure and not the symptom. But I was reading Pima Chodron, and she said aggression, like an addiction, feeds only a temporary relief. And just speaking our venom, that's what I would call it, because that's what I do and that's what I call it. But, you know, spitting venom, spitting our cruel words, even if we think like we're so justified with our anger and our indignation, it only creates a temporary relief. And we want sustainable, long-term relief, and that's through solving an interpersonal conflict or a feeling inside yourself. If you can't solve it with the other person, if the other person doesn't want to, whatever, anything, you know, then you gotta solve it in yourself, right? I think I forgot to say that's what I'm trying to do with this project, is have exploration of my own mind and symbols and the language of symbols, free of some of our common constraints of how we communicate, and a chance to communicate with my own unconscious, which this is great today because I have been part of the symptom and not part of the cure. Or sometimes we get a little confused because sometimes people need a little taste of their own medicine. But the price in being the bearer of the medicine, you know, the cuts on your hands from the punches that you hit, you know what I mean? So ultimately so much better to be part of the cure. Okay, sorry, let's see what it says. Oh, shoot. Enjoying music oracles everywhere. Okay. Oh, here's Edith. Edith Piaf. France, 1915 to 1963. Oh. Born into a family of street performers and raised in a brothel. Oh, that's so badass. Piaf was the voice of the Parisian streets. Oh my god. Singing of the drama, love, and loss of its inhabitants. Impossibly frail, she was nicknamed the Little Sparrow, but grinding poverty combined with textbook deprivation and abuse failed to crush or diminish her spirit. Woohoo! Oh my god, I love her. She had a voice capable of such power, tenderness, and pathos that it took her from the pre-war back streets of Paris to triumph at Carnegie Hall. Piaf's life had all the drama of her songs, but whatever life threw at her, she would always pick herself up and find consolation in her art and the arms of her latest lover. That's really badass, but she only lived to be 52, so that kind of sucks, but I'm going to check her out. It's amazing. I guess that speaks for itself, and it cries to listen to her music, to explore more. That's how I feel. I've been having that song in my head. I don't understand the Parisians always talking about love. It's like the most weird lyriced Broadway song. That's the same musical that has Thank Heaven for little girls, 'cause little girls get bigger every day. I'm just saying that things change over time, I guess. And isn't culture amazing? And I don't know why I've had that song in my head. Trying to find Kendrick Lamar. He doesn't seem to be in a sensical area in here. Okay. Kendrick Lamar is the most vital, audacious, and musically ingenious hip-hop star of his generation. The first musician from outside the classical or jazz traditions to be awarded the Pulitzer Prize for Music. Nice. Lamar has been described as the poet laureate of hip-hop, a mesmerizing talent and de facto moral compass who describes the experience of being young, black, poor, and gifted with remarkable candor and self-awareness. I don't know about this description. His music combines lyrical inventiveness and melodic flair. He produces panoramic soundscapes that fuse jazz, soul, and psychedelic influences with exhilarating mutant funk and time-shifting rhythms. Nice. Exhilarating mutant funk and time-shifting rhythms to create a multi-layered and devastatingly honest sonic portrait of African-American life in a time of crisis. The last sentence was amazing. The rest, I think they could have just said, Kendrick Lamar is a genius. He mixes everything he encounters with a level of mastery, and he mixes it into like this idol level of representation of pieces of culture, and it's amazing. But anyway, the last part was cool. He produces panoramic soundscapes that fuse jazz, soul, and psychedelic influences with mutant funk and time-shifting rhythms. So definitely, I'm going to listen to Kendrick Lamar and Edith Piaf. Piaf? I'm a crabby little goat monkey today. Lion, tiger, bear. Oh my. I just mean a crabby, like, sort of wild creature that's crabby. Not anything else. Okay. Oh, so I'm just so learning this, and I think it's kind of fun to be a beginner and a novice with things. So this is the Mystical Tarot. And I'm just learning. Ooh, I keep leaving these cards in. I have like 12 of these. Thanks if they're here, like, at any time. Tubtime Tarot Time Capsule. Time Hot Tub. No. Tubtime Tarot. Time Capsule. Time Travel. Okay. I mean, I'm so new, so I feel like it has to be a meaningful experience of me learning, but like 4 cards came out, so let's just see. It was the King of Cups. Oh, this was the first card I ever got in this project. I said it was balancing our emotions. I was thinking today maybe this is my favorite card because of the work that I do. You know, this is a mastery that's so important, and it's interesting because having mastery of this card, the King of Cups, would imply greater power from how I'm understanding the other suits. So like, if wands are action, right? No, right? Action and energy, and swords are thought, communication, and conflict. All of those things center around sort of a hub, I would argue, of the King of Cups. So it's like this, not the sprocket, whatever, part of the wheel is in the center of all these other cards, in my opinion, but I don't know. I'm just a newbie, but I like that. Yay! So it's like the center of everything. It's the first card I got. It's neat. I got that. Maybe pull the next card, which is the 4 of Cups. So I don't know actually